Alrighty Pokemon trainers, TaeganAdventures here. So if you've been paying attention to the Pokemon community lately, you'll know that Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield will be the latest installments to the Pokemon games. So apart from what we saw in the trailer, we can't really verify anything else apart from the region being called Galar. It's based on the UK, and we also got to know the three starters, which I have the pictures right behind me. So on the left we have Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sabo on the right. So that is what I'll be discussing today, the possible final evolutions of those starters back there. Now, it's pretty much a given that these starters will be part of a three-stage evolution line, meaning they'll evolve twice. So, yeah, let's just get right into it. So, first of all, I would like to say that this video is totally my opinions and purely speculation-based. So take whatever you hear today with a pinch of salt, and with that we can start talking about the potential final evolutions. If you've been a fan of Pokemon since Generation 4, you'll know that the starter trio tends to fit in certain themes. Now, I believe that in Generation 8, the theme will be entertainment. If you look at Scorbunny, which is the one in the middle, you'll see that it has the bandage on the nose and some feet pads, which kind of remind me of an athlete, specifically a football player, with all of the guards, the boots. Some of them even have bandages on parts of their body because of injury and whatnot. So definitely Scorbunny could represent an athlete, and sports is actually one of the more popular forms of entertainment in the UK, especially with soccer being invented in England. As for Grookey on the left, the trailer shows Grookey banging its stick, which is on its head, on a rock, which signifies drumming actually. More specifically, rock drumming. Well, the rock as in the genre of music, rock, not a physical rock. But nonetheless, Grookey, I feel, represents music. Of course, Britpop is a significant point in the UK's musical history. The British invasion of music definitely is a significant cultural event. And of course, attending a concert is a major form of entertainment across the globe, not just in the UK. So yeah, definitely Grookey I could see signifying music. Appearance-wise, Sabo resembles Shakespeare, who is actually one of the most influential people in the literature scene. And of course, Shakespeare is from the UK, so definitely I could see Sabo representing plays or theatre, or maybe even acting. Those can be a considering factor for the final evolution. So with that, I shall now dive into what I believe the final evolutions will be for the three Galar region starters. So starting off with our grass starter, Grookey, I believe that Grookey will evolve into a grass and dark type. The trailer did reveal Grookey to be a rather mischievous Pokemon. That is why I'm giving it the dark type. And of course, mischievous reminds me of the ability Prankster, which a lot of several dark type Pokemon actually have. And of course, dark types are immune to the Prankster ability themselves. So if Grookey's final evolution turns out to be a dark type with Prankster, it is actually a good counter for itself. Grookey's other abilities could be Own Tempo to allow it to stay on beat while drumming, and Inner Focus, which also allows it to never miss a beat while it is drumming. I picture Grookey's final evolution to be a really bulky physical attacker, as well as amazing physical defense. Not a particularly fast Pokemon, but very bulky on the physical side, especially with the grass dark typing and Grookey being based off a monkey. So I could definitely see Grookey evolving into a gorilla with sticks for weapons. These sticks can come in useful when performing its attacks or drumming. On to our next starter, which will be Scorbunny. It is a fire bunny, which comes from the words Scorch and Bunny. Some people speculate it can also be Score and Bunny, which sort of ties into the whole football theme. Naturally, footballers have to be really quick on their feet. That is why I chose to give Scorbunny's final evolution a really high speed stat of 122. As well as a pretty good attack stat of 126. Of course, Scorbunny being a very athletic bunny has to have a high speed and physical attack stat to go along with it. I picture Scorbunny's final evolution to be a glass cannon. As much as people wouldn't like it, I would think that Scorbunny's evolution would be a fire and fighting type. I know we've already had 3 firefighting starters in Blaziken, Embo, and Infernape, but as much as I would like to think otherwise, I would really want Scorbunny to be a fire fighting type because there's no other ability that suits Scorbunny better than fire and fighting. For abilities, I would picture it having Hustle, like an all-out attacker in football, Keen Eye, allowing it to score really nice goals in football, which kind of ties into the whole sportsman design, and Vital Spirit because in general sports people have a really burning spirit and passion to play the sport. That's kind of like the common sports person trope, I believe. So definitely Vital Spirit I can see on Scorbunny's final evolution. On to our last starter Pokemon, Sabo. In the trailer, it showed Sabo camouflaging in the water and sort of like turning invisible, which kind of reminds me of a ghost actually. So that is why I decided to give Sabo's final evolution the ghost type. Like Loxton said in his Not Ghost video, you don't have to be a ghost to get the ghost type. Side tangent here, Loxton produces lots of high quality Pokemon videos, including the one that inspired this video, so you might want to give him a quick check out right after this video. I'll link his videos right in the iCard as well as his channel in the description. Sabo I can see having Magician because magicians are a common form of entertainment, especially with a more theatrical starter like Sabo. I can see a lot of actors performing these little magician stunts, disappearing acts, reappearing acts on stage to make their shows more lively and entertaining and just more enjoyable to watch. I could also see Sabo gaining the ability Protean because just like a chameleon, it can blend in with these surroundings to change its own typing to the type of its attack and basically getting stab on every single move, surprising the opponent, just like how an actor surprises the viewers his or her own shows. Protean on Sabo can come as a huge surprise to people who are not prepared for a Protean Sabo. Swift Swim I can see on Sabo as a hidden ability so that it can boost its own speed in the rain, and as you can see from its stats, it goes really well with the high speed stat, so it can get off some really quick kills and just overall be a really decent Pokemon. I see this as a special counterpart to Scorbunny, also being a sort of a glass cannon, hitting really hard on the special side, but is pretty frail overall. It's slightly more bulky than Scorbunny, but it is still pretty frail in its defenses. Overall, I feel it's a slightly more balanced starter, but you may feel differently from me, and I know that you may have your own opinions as well. So definitely leave your own opinions in the comments below. I love to see what you think of my suggestions, and I reiterate, this is just speculation based, so take whatever I say with a pinch of salt. Take all rumors and leaks about Pokemon Sword and Shield with a pinch of salt, actually. You'll never know what Gamefreak decides to give us until Pokemon Sword and Shield finally drops and the game is released to the public. So with that, I come to the end of today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, if you have your own ideas and suggestions, or maybe your own speculations, leave them down in the comments below. I'd love to see your ideas. If I love them, they may turn into potential videos as well. In any case, I will be signing off right now. This has been TaeganAdventures, and I shall see you in the next video. Peace out.